joining me again today for another Sketch to Scrap Saturday video. So for today I've got this sketch for you which contains 3 photos, so 3 mini photos. I decided to go with the 2 3x3 and one probably marginally smaller than the 3x3, so probably about 2.5 times 2.5 inches. And excuse me, sorry for my throat. And so those are the 3 photos, and the smallest photo is actually at the bottom there. But to be honest, any kind of a square kind of photo would be fine there too. So I printed it onto 2 4x6 photo paper using my Canon selfie. And so what I have done previously, prior to the filming this, I also typed up some journaling directly onto just a white piece of cardstock, and I just printed it out using my laser printer. And I decided to go with, I think it's like 2mm or almost 3mm kind of font size. And so yeah, so I am gonna be mainly using the August kit from the Hip Kit Club, as well as this cork kind of bubble, word phrase bubble, word bubble here, which is from Ali Edwards' Stuff Story kit. So this particular one came in the kit, and then I just cut it up into 3 pieces. And now I'm also, as I said before, I printed it out to some journaling directly onto just a piece of white cardstock, which I will be using soon. And I'm just picking out a couple of pattern paper. Actually, sorry, I have to apologise. I'm actually using the July scrapbook kit from the Hip Kit Club rather than the August kit. And so I picked out this pattern paper, which is from the Hip Kit Club scrapbook kit. And now I am just cutting it up just to size. I'm going to be using both sides of this pattern paper. And just for some of you interested, I actually did an unboxing video for this kit as well. And if you're interested, the link should be in the description below. So and now I'm just kind of going through, working out, I want to add another piece of pattern paper. I decided to go with this one, which adds a pop of yellow directly onto that kind of background there. And I decided to scrap about my trip to a green tea farm when we were in Japan, when I was on holiday a few weeks ago. And so the title is going to be Eat, Pick and Taste, which is essentially, so we ate lunch there and we got to pick some green tea, and also I got to taste that fresh green tea, those fresh green tea leaves as well. So that was really cool. And so now I'm just kind of gluing down all the different layers of those pattern paper there. And I'm also I'm just fiddling with these 3 pieces of cork kind of embellishment there. Mainly because there's one piece, which is just the top one there, was a little bit too big, and so I decided to just cut it up a little bit more into a smaller piece. And now I am cutting out my journaling. As you can see here, the journaling itself is actually really quite small. To be honest, if I were to do it again, I'm probably going to print it out maybe a little bit bigger. But I was happy. Like, you can read it relatively easily, so I was okay with it. And I was just cutting it up into 3 pieces. And each of them is actually going to describe each of the photos, as you can see there. And now I am just gluing down these 3 clusters. And I ran out of the tape runner in the background, so I went to just grab a new one there out of my drawer. I actually, every time Spotlight, which is, I think for some of you in the US, like Joann's or Michael's, when they're on sale, I tend to just buy a couple packs and just keep in my drawer. So, and the reason I am drawn to these American Craft ones is mainly because they're kind of those little dot thing, which I think it works really well for if you have smaller space. And now I'm just attaching this cork embellishment piece here, which I am going to be using the red tape, which is from, I think it's from Rangers or American Craft, I can't remember, but both of them do make these red tape. And this one is an eighth of an inch, I think. So it's really, really thin. I don't use the red tape very often, and the reason I'm using it here is just mainly because I'm not really sure how to glue this cork down. I'm not sure what's the best glue for it, but I know that the red tape tends to be very good for most things, so, and especially things that are a bit bulky, which this cork piece certainly is. And now just peeling off the backing tape there so it reveals the adhesive portion. It's a little bit fiddly, I have to admit. I actually would have preferred to use the tape runner, but just for the sake of it staying kind of onto the page, so it's okay. And now I'm just adding the title there. As I said before, I'm not going to be using the title, which is said Eat, Pick and Taste. And now behind the scene there, I just went to do some sewing just to make sure that all those cork pieces there are well attached onto that onto the background. And I have to apologise that I didn't really record the part where I embellished this stuff, but what I was just going to talk you through the stuff that I did. So I added the title there, as you can see, so Eat, Pick and Taste, and the thickers are from the July scrapbook kit from the Hip Kit Club. I also added a few pieces of those die cuts there, which are from the Hip Kit Club as well, and so exactly the same kit as you can see, just I was using earlier, I put out earlier. And now I am also going to be adding a couple of strips of pattern paper down at the bottom there, mainly because I need a little bit more, in my opinion, I need a bit more pink, and also there's a lot of white space down the bottom there, which is not kind of balanced out by the top part. As you can see there's a little bit less space, so I want to add a strip or two of pattern paper. And I decided to go with the pattern paper from the Fancy Free collection from Paige Evans. And so it's actually manufactured by Pink Paisley. And this is a relatively old, I'd say old, old collection. And the reason I'm using it now is mainly because we just recently, so Spotlight started selling this collection recently, and probably like last week or something, and even though it's relatively old, but I really, really like this collection from Paige Evans, so I decided to just get a few things from the collection. And so I cut up a strip of pen paper there, which is from the 12 by 12 paper pad, which I purchased. And then I'm also going to be supplementing that with another strip of pattern paper, which this strip of pattern paper, the blue and white one's actually on my desk. I believe it's actually from an old scrapbook kit from the Hip Kit Club. If I'm not wrong, I think it's from March, but it's essentially just a strip of pattern paper that's on my desk, and I think it works quite well with the blue there. So I decided to put those together, and now I'm just going to be sewing that directly. And well, I didn't actually record the sewing part, but I did sew it down at the bottom there, and also added the date using the roller date stamp from the, as you can see here, from Heidi Swap as well. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize for not recording the part where I added a title and a few of those embellishments there. And here's some close-up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!